Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Mask-a-thon. I hope you and your families are safe at home. And this Mask-a-thon today is about two things. It represents the self-care we all should be engaging with right now, but it also symbolizes all the frontline heroes, which we are supporting here today as well. So, welcome, everyone. I am Dr. Barbara Sturm. I'm a medical doctor. I invented the blood facial. I'm all about anti-inflammatory lifestyle, skin health, and overall health. And these times right now represent an enormous fear and uncertainty in our lives. And it creates a lot of anxiety in us and stress. And this stress can lead to inflammation. And inflammation is what can make us sick and can make us age. So today is all about gathering as a community together and helping each other to overcome this fear and anxiety and this enormous stress. And it's all about spending time together, getting strength and positive energy, uplifting our spirits, getting education, and many answers to the most important questions right now. We will get a lot of advice, and we will learn about opportunities and how to enhance our creativity and lots of other things. It's very exciting, and I can't wait to welcome all of my guests today. I invited so many people, friends, doctors, scientists, athletes, people who do amazing charity work, and lots of inspirational people for all of us. This is for you and for all of us, what we are doing today. And I know there's so many of us who are alone at home and quarantining by ourselves. And I just want to make sure that this Mask-a-thon also teaches us that we are not alone in this. We are together, we're a community, we're all getting together and spending this time in unity together. So I sent out a lot of masks to a lot of you, thousands of masks, and it's about self-care and it's about taking of ourselves, because only if we take care of ourselves, we are able to help others as well. So I want to ask you to get your masks and get your masks on your face, but also if you don't have your mask at hand and you haven't received our masks just yet, then I provided a recipe for you to do a mask at home with some avocado, yogurt, and honey. So let's all mask together, yeah? I have my daughters here, so I'm quarantining together with my daughters and Shiwan from Team Sturm. We are together, and I'm so happy that we are as a family together. And Charlie today, I'm really happy that she's co-hosting this event with me today. Charlie, please come to me. I need some support here from my 24-year-old daughter. I'm really happy, Charlie. Hello. Thanks for doing this. And of course, this event is dedicated to all these frontline heroes who are putting their lives at risk to save many, many, many lives out there. And this is all about also donating to help their lives as well. So Charlie, what are the charities today and how can we all donate?
So today we are supporting the World Health Organization and First Responders First. And it's actually really easy to donate. There are links in the video below the video, which you can just click, and it's super easy and simple, and even a little donation can make such a huge impact. And so we're very grateful for any donation that you want to make. Yeah, and you can do that throughout the entire Mask-a-thon.
So I'm putting my mask on already. So I hope you're all joining in to this Mask-a-thon and masking with me
and also
with us.
If you have any questions, there's a chat going on, and we have Team Sturm members in the chat. So if you have any questions, just put them in there, and then they'll be able to help you. So,
and also, if you're taking your mask moments on camera, and please share with us. We have a hashtag Sturm Mask-a-thon.
Yes, we want to see all your mask pictures and videos, whatever you have.
Yes.
Make sure to tag us. Use the hashtag SturmMaskathon, or I need to put on my mask.
And we will show you in the chat as well. So be live with us and show your mask moments. I hope I'm doing this correctly here.
You are.
So let's get our first guest, and I'm so excited because this is someone who puts his own life at risk every day and is working 24/7. He founded something called Urgent Care Unit in New York, and he and his team are really one of the heroes today. I know he's very busy, so welcome him, Dr. Jake Deutsch. Where is he? Jake? Jake. It's amazing. They're really the heroes, and what would we do without them, taking care of others? And I come from a medical background. I worked a lot in a hospital. There's a lot of really stress and strength. You spend all your time with patients. There he is. Hi, Jake. So nice to see you.
Hi, everybody. Let me adjust my camera.
Welcome to the Maskathon.
Thank you. I was just finished working out, so I'm not fully masked, but I used it earlier, and I definitely am ready to glow today and share some interesting information with you. This is so cool.
It is so cool. So you're working out. That means you also have your anti-inflammatory moments and de-stress and taking care of yourself. I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we're all trying to figure out how we could take care of ourselves while life is not normal. But, you know, every moment that we do take a step back, especially during these crazy times, is incredibly valuable. So for myself, it's very important to make sure that there's a workout each day. You know, you're taking time to step away from the stress and the craziness, doing things like meditation, you know, spending time with family, doing lots of Zoom and teleconferencing. That really goes a long way to sort of keeping a balance that is critically important, because I think we're very skewed in very heavy topics, and to keep that balance is one thing that I'm finding to be very helpful for myself.
Speaking of these heavy topics, there's a lot in the media right now, and it's very confusing about what's the situation, and you're on the front, you see it every day. Tell us a little bit about what is the situation right now, what can we expect in the next 2 months or so, what's the prognosis here?
Yeah, so I mean, it's interesting how things have changed in not that long a period of time, from when we first started treating patients with COVID to then being able to test them, learning information about testing people and identifying illness, to now we're really in a different phase of identifying who is sick and testing more for antibodies. So we've definitely seen a plateau of the number of illnesses. We're seeing less of people coming in for actual COVID, and now some of the concerns after the fact, and trying to identify who had illness and wasn't tested, whether people have immunity with antibodies, and what antibodies really mean. You know, does it mean that you have immunity for a month? Is it for the year? Is it going to be even longer? So we're really on the forefront of a very fast changing illness. And so it's super exciting. At the same time, you know, like I said, it hasn't been the easiest time, but as a physician, it's been incredibly rewarding. And, you know, to be part of the process, to be making history, working with the incredible team that I have in my offices, I couldn't be more proud of some of the work that we've done and, you know, the help that we provided for people.
So thank you for this. This is amazing. Jake, so what do you think? Because people are wondering when they can go back to their normal life, and lots of people need to go back to their jobs, and you know, there are lots of businesses really suffering. So lots of these questions are really about how long do you think this will go on? And if we go back, do we run a risk for a new wave of, you know, of COVID?
Sure. I mean, I wish I had all of those answers. I'm definitely not an epidemiologist or a public health expert, but you know, there's going to be some need of normalcy to happen in the near future. And what that looks like is, in one hand, very scary, but on the other hand, I think can be promising. Once we start to identify the real number of people who had infections, we're going to be able to have some sense of normalcy because we're going to be able to contain new infections. That being said, there is a likelihood of some increased number of infections as we go back to normal, but I think that we're better prepared. We certainly have learned a tremendous amount about this illness. We've been able to supply the necessary equipment like the PPE for people who are taking care of these patients. And just a general sense of fear has sort of calmed down. And I think that that's going to be helpful as we go into the next phase. I do believe, though, it's inevitable that we'll have some more illness that's going to peak again. But hopefully we're in a better position to manage that. And, there's not going to be as much tragedy and much loss as from the first round.
How is it that lots of people die and lots of people have no symptoms at all? Is there like a factor in maybe the genetics or age or underlying problems which can, increase the risk of getting COVID and getting really bad symptoms?
Absolutely. I mean, in my own practice, I've seen people that have family members that were critically ill and themselves being very ill. Similarly, my own personal experience, I had COVID. I was very sick. Actually had pneumonia on both sides. And my father was very, very ill with COVID, having been in the ICU and was on a ventilator. So I can speak very clearly that there is a family experience that happens. It's genetic. So, I think that that's one of the most difficult things, is that we see people who have very little illness and then people that have the far extreme of life-threatening illness. And that's where it's difficult for people to wrap their head around. When you can't connect with the seriousness, when it seems distant, it doesn't seem like such a big deal to reopen the country. But, when it becomes your family, when it becomes your loved one, everything kind of changes. So that's the disconnect that we're still dealing with.
And another question, I think what's happening right now, people are getting a whole new idea about hygiene. And I think, everything you do for a longer period of time becomes a habit as well. So I think the social distancing and washing their hands on a regular basis and really paying attention to germs more. I think the kids growing up with a totally different mindset in this area, this probably will also help in the future to avoid those kind of pandemics. What do you think about that?
Absolutely. I mean, everything is going to be recalibrated, how we interact with each other, how we approach day-to-day life, whether it's travel, whether it's our own healthcare, choices that we make about how we eat and take care of ourselves. So I think that there's quite a bit of positivity that is potentially going to come from this. And certainly we're not going to take for granted the freedoms that we had, the sort of unlimited healthcare that we've had, just being much more mindful about what it is to interact in the way that we have. And I think that that's going to be an incredibly positive element. I also have seen just tremendous joy amongst people in celebrating humanity and being more kind and more patient, whether it's in the medical field or, when you're getting you're at the grocery store. So, there's really no medicine involved there, but there's such a great value for that part of what we may see as an outcome from this, that I think that we should be pretty positive about that. That's something exciting for me. Certainly, we're going to find breakthroughs in treatment, and we should have a vaccine, in the near future, because everybody's working so diligently. So that's one thing that we could, I feel, count on. But having humanity benefit, having, just a general sense of wellness and positivity that is transpiring, I think that that's probably the most exciting outcome that we could hope for.
That's great, and I feel the same way. And you said something about taking care of our health, and this is something we want to talk about today as well. And this is also including an anti-inflammatory lifestyle. I'm all about anti-inflammation and how to take care of ourselves, getting enough sleep, trying to distress, having a healthy diet, and really taking the best care of our bodies and health and reducing inflammation. I think is really the key to also strengthen our immune system and making our bodies really strong and really ready to also fight certain diseases.
For sure. I mean, I think that diet is probably the one most underestimated element of immunity and keeping a healthy overall balance. Because if you think about our immune system, a significant part of it lives in our digestive tract. So making sure that we have a balanced diet, making sure that we're eating well, simple things about taking care of ourselves with nutrition is such an easy fix. Also, what we talked about, exercise. I mean, I think that everybody has a newfound appreciation for exercise when it was taken away from us. The convenience of gyms and other activities that we were used to now became very difficult. So, I think that is something that we should never underestimate the value for overall health. And then certainly stress. There is a tremendous amount of stress associated with just dealing with these times, whether it's watching the news or dealing with your own illness or financial stress. So, managing stress is probably one of the most crucial factors that we have to think about in our overall health. I've seen people have, heart disease that's accelerated from stress, or diabetes that becomes out of control because of stress. So we have to be very mindful for that. And I mentioned a little bit about meditation being one of my personal favorite solutions. I see a lot of patients that were very, very scared about dealing with COVID. And oftentimes, it wasn't a prescription that was necessary. It was something as simple of, using an app for meditation and adapting those procedures that really came to the rescue for those patients.
This is also, this will be a topic today as well, how to reduce stress. Thank you so much, Jake. Give my love to Brian. You guys are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And
I don't have my
stay
mask,
healthy.
but I don't have my mask, but I have my favorite cream.
Yes.
I live for this.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Jake.
Thank you. Have a great mask-a-thon. Bye, Charlie.
Bye. Sorry.
So our next guest will be Sabrina Alba, and she's a Goodwill Ambassador for agricultural development, especially in underdeveloped countries, but she's also an amazing supporter of the NHS. We donated a lot of products as well to the NHS. I think it's really amazing to watch people doing so much charitable work, and Sabrina's one of them. Welcome to the Mask-a-thon, Sabrina. We're so happy to have you.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, great. It's so nice to see you. How are you?
Good. How are you, Sabrina?
Good. Thank you for doing something so amazing. What a great idea. Mask-a-thon.
We couldn't do it without you. You're so inspirational and unbelievable, the work you're doing. We're such fans, and thank you, thank you, thank you. And what do you think are the most charitable things we can do right now, and what can each one of us maybe do to help each one of us who wants to help?
Oh, I mean, I think that's so important to talk about. I just want to say I have my mask as well. I'm going to be putting it on while we talk. But I think, honestly, one of the most important things we can do for each other right now is to check in on each other. I've always been a strong advocate for women and girls. And, domestic abuse has gone up 75% since coronavirus started in the UK. So I think just checking in on a friend maybe that you haven't heard from in a while, and, making sure you're checking in with people you care about. Hey, how are you today? How's your day going? I think even just for mental health and being aware of how other people are coping with what's happening right now is really important. So yeah, I think if we learn anything, hopefully it's that togetherness that's so important for all of us. And I hope that we can take that beyond this pandemic and keep checking in with each other regularly. I mean, I'm sure you probably checked in with your family lots and your friends, and we're calling each other more, which is so great.
This is such a great point. I think this is really important to really check on family members, but also on friends. And I know of so many people who connected with very old friends they haven't talked to forever. And this is something very beautiful happening during this time, that really the togetherness and people you normally wouldn't have time to connect with, all of a sudden you find some time. And I see this for myself. I connect with old friends. It's something I really also value a lot. And another topic you just said, since schools are not on, and it's so hard for also mothers to homeschool kids and taking care of the children 24/7. Yeah, I think it's really challenging for families as well. And I think it's really tough for also the kids to not be with their friends. Yeah, I really think that this is a really, really issue here right now.
I agree. Yeah. And I think also just being aware of what happens after this is over, because, ironically, me and Idris were in Sierra Leone before this pandemic hit to look at the effects of the Ebola crisis there. And actually what we noticed was that more people suffered from the economic fallout of the disease than the actual disease itself. So I want people to be able to look past and not be short-sighted in that thoughtfulness that's so important, because there's going to be a lot of people suffering after this. That's just the truth of it. And there's a female face to this pandemic that people don't generally think about. It's always women and girls that suffer the most. And all the informal markets that are closed in rural areas. For example, Nairobi's flower market has just shut down, which employed 100,000 women in Kenya. Those women have lost their jobs overnight. And it's women who always think about how they're going to bring things home to their family and provide for the children when they do have jobs, especially in those rural areas. So I really hope that people can kind of take that thoughtfulness that we're checking in on each other past this and urge our governments and the private sector to kind of help allocate funds that aren't short-sighted in that way, to be able to not just do a humanitarian response right now, but eventually down the road be able to put funds towards things like agriculture, which me and Idris support, because agriculture has been shown to be really effective against poverty. I mean, I'm going on a tangent now, but I mean to say that I really want that thoughtfulness to kind of continue on after this,
This is such a good thought. It gives me goosebumps, and we can already see there's so much more to do than what we might be thinking of right now. Yes, let's please keep doing that, and let's please think of everyone out there and how we can help their lives as well. So thank you so much, Sabrina. You're amazing. I really value your work so much, and thank you for being on here with us and giving this message to each one out there. And keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. And thank you for having an opportunity like this for people to just check in and mentally check in and think about how they can help. I'm going to donate right after this, and I'm going to keep watching. So thank you so much. Yeah,
there's so much inspiration coming from each one of you. Thank you. Sending you guys love. Stay safe.
Bye,
Sabrina. Bye. So now I want to introduce two of my very good friends, Alessandra Ambrosio and Rachel Zoe, and they're amazing in their work as well, and they have a little message for all of us right now, so enjoy watching those two videos.
Hey, it's Alessandra Ambrosio here, and I would love to welcome you to the Sturm Maskathon live stream. We are living in uncertain times, and it's very important we all come together to support however we can. For those in the front lines fighting this fight every day, every mask counts. So if you can, please donate to First Responders First and World Health Organization COVID-19 Relief. I want to send you guys big kisses and stay safe.
Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Zoe, and I just wanted to say I am incredibly honored to be a part of this incredible maskathon that my dear friend and skin guru, Dr. Barbara Sturm, has organized today. And I just want to say that I'm here in quarantine. We're all in quarantine together around the world. I want to really just thank our frontline workers and our healthcare providers and all the people that are really keeping us safe and able to be with our families safely at home. And if you can, please donate to one of these incredible organizations. We're all in this together. And don't forget, while you can and you're home, try and do your self-care. I know I still do mine, and I use my mask and my Dr. Barbara Sturm products to try and keep my skin well during this time. And I'm sending you all so much love. Please donate if you can.
Hello. So our next guest, I'm very, very, very excited to have Dr. Melissa Brannock, and she is a psychologist, but she also is an author, and she has something really amazing to say, because she, uses breathing techniques to enforce mental strength, and she's all about this mental support and fitness and wellness. So welcome, Dr. Melissa Brannock. I'm really excited to chat with you.
She's also gonna. Oh, never mind.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
It's nice to see you.
Welcome.
I have my mask and I have it on, even though you can't tell because it actually blends in really well. So it is on,
nice.
though. It is.
Especially when the skin is a little dehydrated, the mask goes in right away and it gets absorbed, and it's so nice. It really hydrates our skin, especially when we spend so much time in front of the screens right now. So I'm so happy to have you, because I know we're also going to do a breathing exercise. But first of all, I want to talk to you about something which I've been thinking a lot about as well. There's actually a silent pandemic that comes with the corona pandemic that is that it's about mental health distress. And this is also a pandemic. Lots of people suffering of this mental health distress. And how important is breathing here?
Well, breathing is tremendously important because it is the mind-body connection. So when you talk about emotional well-being and mental health and even inflammation and immunity, you have to take into consideration your state of being, and that's always dictated by how you're breathing. So your brain and your nervous system looks to see how you're breathing, to see how it should be feeling. And most of us right now are not breathing well. We're not taking deep, wonderful, healthy breaths. We're taking short, shallow, scared ones, and it is affecting the way we feel, and it is affecting our bodies and our minds.
That's a really important topic. Also, I think, a deep and valuable breath also ventilates our lungs, which is also super important in order to stay healthy, get our blood oxygenized. And I think that's really, really something we should be working on. And how can we do that?
Well, you brought up something that's terrifically important, which is that good ventilation is going to be good for your immune system when you're not sick, when you're just trying to stay healthy and you're trying to optimize. So the idea that you should be doing breathing if you've already gotten COVID is very, very important. Obviously, you have to keep ventilating, even if it's uncomfortable, but working on your respiratory system, having strong lungs is something that we should put very high up on the list, along with, as Dr. Jake said, good nutrition and exercise. But our respiratory system can be strengthened. It does control our arousal, meaning it can calm us and help us with stress, but it also has a very, very physical component in that we need to stay well ventilated. Our oxygen needs to stay well balanced as far as carbon dioxide and oxygen. So that good ventilating is important to do all the time, regardless of what's going on in the world and with your health.
So how do we do this? You show us an exercise now, yeah?
Sure. Okay, I will. So what I need you to do first is take your hands and put them on your body. So I want your hands, you spread out your 5 fingers and put them on the middle of your body, and your thumbs should be on your ribs and the other 4 fingers on your belly. And I want you to start with the exhale. So when you exhale, I want you to tip your body back and think about your belly button getting closer to your spine. Exhale all the way out and squeeze, even use your ab muscles. Now inhale and tilt forwards and think about expanding, but no shoulders. So take your shoulders, roll them out. They don't have anything to do with this. Shoulders aren't breathing muscles. And continue that way, where you tip back, your hips go under you, you squeeze your belly and try to narrow your body. Then on the inhale, you tip forwards and you press your belly into your hands. And if you do this, tipping forwards and back, it's more of a diaphragmatic breath. And this is a breath where your nervous system hears for you to calm down and you're able to slow down your breath. So just doing this a minute every couple hours with your eyes closed And listening to your breath coming in and out of your body is going to take you and reboot you and give you that reset that you need to be able to calm down and then keep going.
This is amazing. So let's all do this throughout the day from now on. I think it's a very great advice. Thank you so much for being here with us. This was really helpful, and can't wait to hear more from you.
Thank you for doing this. It's been fantastic.
Thank you. So,
do you guys already worked for me, by the way?
Do you guys have all your mask on? Masking is so important right now because masking is something where you can get active ingredients really deep and fast into your skin because it's an occlusion on your skin. So masking is good. And I invented this hydrating face mask, especially for hydration and soothing the skin. So this is something we do every day throughout the day. It's one of our favorites in the self-care time.
And we still have it on, by the way. I know it looks like we don't, but it's still on. It just sinks into the skin really nicely. So you can actually even walk around with it during the day.
So no
one would notice.
Let's keep masking. So 2 more videos from my dear friends, Jordana Brewster and Colton Haynes. Enjoy.
Hey there, I'm Jordana Brewster, and welcome to Dr. Barbara Sturm's live stream. This is a beautiful event where we're all masking and we are all coming together and we are all raising money to support those who are on the front lines in this beautiful effort. I think what I'd like to think about right now is some of the ways that I'm coping with the quarantine and with COVID-19. And what's brought the most joy to my life is my puppy that just joined our family, and she's been with us for about 3 days, and it's really lifted our spirits and been, I don't know, it's been really wonderful. So I think we all have to find ways to, to just get happy in these times because there's a lot to be said about. And we also have to really think about those on the front lines and the doctors that are putting their lives on the line. So please, please donate to First Responders First and to the World Health Organization's COVID-19 relief initiatives. And for right now, I hope you guys are masking and I hope you guys are all having a beautiful, beautiful day. Mwah.
Hey guys, how are you? It's Colton Haynes. Thank you guys for being a part of the live stream. I hope everyone at home continues to keep donating to First Responders First and to the World Health Organization's COVID-19 relief initiatives. And yeah, I'm just super excited to kind of chat with you guys for a bit and also to put on Dr. Barbara Sturm's clarifying mask. Getting a little messy. Yeah, but what I've been doing to kind of stay sane through these really sad times, I adopted a cat and I'm very excited about it. His name is Timothy Shalameow, and you're probably gonna hear him in the video because he's mad at me because he wants more food. But yeah, I've been, busy with that, and I've been staying in touch with friends and with my family over Zoom. And, I really have just been taking time to just reach out to people who I haven't talked to in a while, and also to really practice a lot of self-care. This is gonna look really funny that I'm just kind of randomly making this mask, but my skin is gonna look amazing after. So thank you, Dr. Barbara Sturm. But you guys, I really, really urge you just to keep donating and to, and also share your messages and everything with me on social media if you want, and let me know what you guys are kind of doing to, just to kind of stay sane through these really, really unfortunate times. But there are people out there who are doing their best to make sure that everyone's safe in these times, like the first responders. So just know that I send my love to all of you. And enjoy the live stream. There's going to be some really great people on here sharing their message. So I hope you guys are well. Now I'm going to let this sit and I got to wash it off. Cheers, guys. Mwah.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you? I love it. You look so cute as always. Thank you for being here today. You're such a super girl, always giving back to others. We co-hosted the Skin School together, free education for teenagers on skin and health. And you have such a passion for wellness, skin, and overall health. And how are you taking care of yourself and your loved ones right now?
I think just in a lot of ways we're doing at-home self-care stuff like masks and taking baths and just trying to take time to be outside and take walks and get some fresh air. So we've just been doing all those different things to.
Amazing. You're in the nature. That's so nice.
Yeah.
It's actually really nice to reconnect with nature. I feel like a lot of people do this right now. They spend a lot of time outside on walks and really enjoy the nature in a totally different way again, which is nice.
Yeah, it's been super helpful to be able to have space to go outside and kind of just take walks and feel like we have just space. Space, I feel like, is something that we take for granted. So.
You've always been such a great advocate also for the problems social media can cause, and mentally and psychologically. And I always admired your posting and encouraging young kids to not get too caught up in social media and feel like, you know, they have to compare each other with others. What are the modern problems of social media, and what advice do you have for everyone out there?
Well, I think that every time I talk about this, I always want to say that I think that social media can also be a really awesome tool to, you know, grow your business and to keep in touch with people and to interact with different people and stay connected. But I also think that there's a lot of access to be really unkind and really hateful towards other people. And, you know, I know that bullying face to face is already a problem. Bullying people in school and just bullying people in general is already something that is a really big thing. So when you give people the access to do that, it's like giving people another tool to bully each other by using social media. You know, you're giving somebody a way to just completely be rude and terrible to people and be able to do it hiding behind a screen. So I just think that, you know, the message I always want to send when it comes to that is that, you know, we can teach people and we can try to like show people that social media can be a really helpful tool, and it doesn't, and it can be a way to keep in touch with people, and that it doesn't need to be a breeding ground for so much hate and so much negativity when, you know, there's already so much going on in the world that is hard and that is sad, and there's so many bigger things happening than stuff going on social media. So it's like I've never seen, you know, it's never really made sense to me, the bullying on social media, and it's something that I'm always going to talk about because it's something that I experience a lot. And there's a lot of people that I know that experience it, and it can be really damaging to your mental health. It can make you feel really depressed. It can make you feel isolated. It can make you feel it can really mess with your confidence and your self-worth. And, you know, for younger people and for, you know, young people and young kids who are trying to find who they are, and they're trying to find their confidence and they're trying to find their voice. I just think it can be a really tricky thing, and it can really damage them on their path to finding who they want to be and who they are. So I always just encourage people to do their best to be kind to each other and support each other and learn how to connect on a positive level with each other.
I also think when I grew up, there was no social media, and we only had our friends, and we compared ourselves maybe to our friends or to a tennis player, someone, but not like to so many people. Now every, you know, young teenager kid has access to so many people, and they all compare themselves in such crazy ways. And this is this can also lead to anxiety and, you know, almost like, you know, a lack of self-confidence. And I always love how you put out your, you know, to your followers on social media, how to really learn how to really live your own life instead of always looking what others do.
Yeah, I just think it's so easy to compare ourselves to these lives of these either famous people or just people that we admire on social media. And, you know, a lot of people, we think from the outside that they have these like really charmed and perfect lives, but you know, everybody struggles. Everybody has different ways that they go through hardships, and they have issues, and they have hurts and different things. But I just think too that you know, I just think that we all can do a better job at just like supporting one another, I guess, is really like the thing. And I also think the biggest thing too is like you have so many people that we do live in like such a crazy comparison culture that not only do we compare ourselves to other people, but we have other people comparing us to other people. So it's like it's kind of this like vicious cycle that, you know, you really have to work at not letting yourself get dragged into this hole.
And you have to work on your own strength, you know, and that's what I also really loved about skin school. You know, if you feel good in your skin, and you know, thank you for advice to all the teenagers out there. Feeling good in your skin also helps to you know, get your self-confidence up. And you know, you're such a supporter always, also for the frontline workers. And thank you everything what also Justin and you doing together. It's really amazing and inspiring to watch how you always want to take care of others. You're just a wonderful human being. I love you so much. Thank you for being part of this again. And yeah, sending you Barbara. All the love. For doing this. You're the best. Mwah.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you.
Just a quick reminder, everyone, that we have the links below this video. If you are able to donate and willing to donate, we'd be more than grateful to. Yeah, so click the link below this video and make a little donation. Every donation makes a big difference. And yeah.
A few more videos. One of my dear friends, Sofia Sanchez de Betac, who also created a charity very quickly and raised a lot of money. So thank you for that. Then Claire Thompson John and her really cute daughter. I really enjoy watching this video. And my dear friend Mathilde Favier, she is also amazing and has such great things to say. You all will enjoy these videos. Thank you guys for sending these videos. I love you.
Hello, I'm Chufi, and I'm joining Barbara Sturm, Dr. Barbara Sturm, in this beautiful initiative. And I wanted to share with you my experience during the quarantine. I've managed to turn a bit of a dark cloud into positive energy, organizing an auction, fundraising for Doctors Without Borders, and we managed to get $100,000 in just a few days, and that has kept me really busy and very happy. And also, I've managed to take a lot of good care of my skin while in quarantine. So try the mask.
Hi, Barbara.
Hi, Barbara.
Greetings from Paris.
Yeah.
We are so thankful to the healthcare workers, doctors and nurses, who are taking, you know, such good care of everybody. We're at home and feeling grateful that we're able to stay safe and look after ourselves. See you guys soon.
Bye-bye. See you, Barbara.
Hello, good morning. My name is Mathilde Favier. I'm the PR manager for Christian Dior in Paris, based in Paris. I'm here for the Sturm Maskathon to support Barbara, who's my friend and who's doing so much for all of us women and for our skin to stay healthy and clean even during this lockdown. And I'm in Paris. We are back to the office on Monday, back to life. So I wanted to send you all my strength and support and courage for the future weeks. You'll be over soon as well, and for sure we'll meet again. So I want to send you lots of love and good luck. Stay safe.
Good morning, Barbara. Hi, Anastasia, there you are. Oh my God, I love your mask. I have my mask on.
Look, I keep putting my mask because it gets too, like, disappears. And I want you to see me that I am applying the mask over and over because I want to be good sport. Okay.
I love you. You're doing so well. And you're such an amazing friend, and you're one of the world's greatest business women. You're also an amazing. I have to say that because I know you, and I know that you're taking really amazing care of your workforce, but also taking care of lots of children in Romania. You're like really such an inspirational woman. I'm so happy to have you here. So
Barbara, you are my trooper. I mean, to put this together, it's incredible, and you are incredible. I have to say, thank you so much. And yeah,
I have to say, I only had the idea. There was so much work my team had to. I mean, I have no idea what I put in motion there, and my team was working 24/7. I have to say, they were in London at 3 a.m. in the morning. We were still on the phone. I mean, my team, I have to say, big thank you. This would never be possible. Yeah.
Yes, I think they are doing an incredible job because this is not easy. I enjoy watching everyone, all my friends, my clients. We have so many clients in common. It's so amazing. And I love to watch Haley. I think she brought a very important point of social media. You know, I'm such a huge fan of social media, but sometimes I have one advice for everybody. If you don't have anything kind to say, don't say it, okay? Because I think we could do some good right there. And life is complicated and life is hard anyway. So why should we make it harder? I think we should support each other. We should be kind to each other. This is a very difficult time that we all face right now. And I think just encourage each other and supporting each other is very important in my view.
This is very well put. What a great advice. I love it. This is a huge crisis for everyone, and it's a huge business crisis for so many businesses. And but we have to see a crisis always also as an opportunity. We just have to be positive, and we need to think of opportunities as well. What do you think entrepreneurs and anybody in business can do to pivot?
To be honest with you, I came here 30 years ago without speaking the language. It was so incredible, hard and new for me. So I had to reinvent who I was, what I wanted to do. I did absolutely everything new. I feel like this is phase number 2 in my life. I think the best way to look at this crisis is you have to reinvent yourself. You have to be agile. You have to be alert. You have to take the good out of it and kind of bring every idea and try many things. Maybe from 10 ideas that you will have, maybe 2 will work and the rest not, but you have to try it. I always tell my team this. In 1600, Shakespeare used to do theater. So he used to do his plays in the theater. And in 1604, when the plague forced him to close his theater, he started writing his plays. So this is why he started writing the Lady Macbeth and King Lear. So this is the reason why we are able to read Shakespeare and to have his incredible work, because of because it was a crisis like this, the corona versus plague in 1600. So try to be a Shakespeare and reinvent or come with new ideas. Do not give up. I don't think we should give up. I think we should fight. We should do anything possible to come with new solution for our business. It's a very difficult time. I'm not saying it's easy. It's very difficult, but I think we have to move. We have to do everything possible to stay afloat.
So every entrepreneur step forward, and I'm just saying something because I just say it, Anastasia, I think you and I, whoever comes to us with an idea, we're happy to help and support. So entrepreneurs, step forward and find your passion, focus on your passion, see what you can do. I think this is the time where we can use time to really be entrepreneurial and really fulfill our ideas we have.
Yeah, it's tough. It's not easy. I have to admit, it's not easy. But I mean, I'm supporting each other. I mean, like my friend Jen Atkins, I post on my Instagram. She just launched a new shampoo in Sephora, and I felt like I need to support my friends.
You always do.
Wace Goss is a makeup artist in England, and he launched a new his new lipstick line, lip liner and lip gloss, and I felt like I needed to support him as well. It's important to support each other, because this is a time that, yes, it's important.
Totally, but that's another thing coming out, not just of this crisis, but in general. I see so many people supporting others, especially also women supporting women and business women. So it's just so nice to watch and experience with each other, to have like these strong supporters. And this is a shout out to every woman out there and every businesswoman and everyone who is such an amazing supporter. Bravo. Thank you, Anastasia. You're such a delight always, and I love you very much. And you look fantastic in your face mask. And I hope I can see you soon, and sending you so much love.
Thank you so much, and thank you for giving to others and for even an advice. It's important to support each other at this difficult time. Thank you. I love you, and thank you for putting this together for all of us.
Bye. So now, 3 more women in business, in the beauty business. 3 video from Moshe Madara, founder of BeautyCon, Paris Hilton, who has her own skincare line, and Erin Cotter. She is from Goop, and she's the VP of beauty. So 3 more videos for you to watch.
Hi, my name is Moj. I'm the CEO of BeautyCon, and I'm excited to join my friend Dr. Barbara Sturm and her team to fundraise for those in need. Through Beauty United and today's Mask-a-thon, my family and our team at BeautyCon have been doing our part by staying at home to flatten the curve. Our thoughts, our prayers, and our gratitude are with all first responders worldwide who are out there every single day caring for us. Self-care and mental health are so important right now, but frontline workers may not have that time for self-care. So please click on the link below and donate what you can, however big or small, to the First Responders First and the World Health Organization. So please stay safe, stay in, and stay loved. Thank you.
Hey everyone, it's Paris Hilton, and welcome to Barbara Sturm's Mask-a-thon. I'm so excited to be a part of this important cause and support our frontline workers during this difficult time. Thank you all so much for participating, and make sure to keep donating to First Responders First and WHO COVID-19 relief initiatives. Love you all, stay safe and stay home, and can't wait to see you all soon. Love you.
Hello, I'm Erin Cotter, and I'm the head of beauty and wellness at Goop. On behalf of Goop, I'd like to welcome each one of you and thank you for supporting this event. First responders and healthcare workers are putting their lives at risk every single day to help those in need and to help keep us safe. Now, it's time for us to do our part to help protect them and keep them safe. So I ask you to please keep donating to First Responders First and the WHO's COVID-19 relief initiatives. They need our support to continue to do their incredible life-saving work. We can all make a difference if we donate today. I wish everyone the strength to get through this. Please stay safe and stay healthy.
Hi, welcome, Hannah. So nice to see you.
Nice to see
you. Look
you.
Amazing in your mask.
I brought it on here. I just want to thank you so much for doing this. It's so important, raising awareness and really sharing all the information and helping everyone as best we can, just raising awareness about health and as well as responders here in New York. It's really amazing to see what they're doing. So I really thank you for setting this up.
So Hannah has been a student from master classes and skin school, and you watched a lot of skin school and master classes, and you're such a, you're craving for education. I think this is like representative to a lot of people out there. I think now's the time to get educated because we have a little extra time, and maybe instead of watching the news all day, it's time to also educate yourself on what's important, and overall health is very important to all of us also in order to stay healthy and strong. Tell me, how has your self-care and wellness regimen changed since the pandemic began for yourself and for your family?
It's changed a lot. I think a lot of it is checking in on loved ones, connecting as much as we can to the people we care about, and also connecting to our community here in the city. It's so important, 7 p.m. we all are clapping for the first responders and really trying to give as much as we can. So I think it's a balance of giving, but also making sure that you're caring for yourself. I've tried to meditate every day if I can, and we eat really healthy at my home, and we've been cooking a lot more, as I know all of us have as well. Just being mindful of, how we're spending our time on our phones and computers, trying to step away. I know we're all working from home and dealing with so much, especially as you said, the news. So trying to, whether that's stretching or exercising or just playing a game with your family instead of maybe watching TV, that's made a massive difference I've noticed in my health. And I actually hope I can transfer that after quarantine and really practice my health more and give it more attention.
So what's your best and most favorite anti-inflammatory moment? How do you relax? With meditation or listening to music or reading a book?
I think sleep is just the perfect remedy. So, you talk about going to bed early a lot, and my family knows I'm always in bed by 9 o'clock now if I can, because there's nothing like it to help your immunity, boost your entire system. And, we're all, like I said, working from home. And so we need kind of the brain power to be able to get through all of that and just process all of the news, process everything we're seeing. Sleep. Everybody, if you can do it, just 30 minutes more. I swear it makes a massive difference in your health.
So your recommendation, instead of sitting in front of the TV watching like lots of shows, go to bed early. I totally agree. Thank you so much, Hannah. You're such an inspiration. Thank you for coming on with us today at our Mask-a-thon, and stay safe, stay healthy. And I see you in skin school.
Bye.
Bye. So 3 more friends with a video message. Miss Fame, Devin Windsor, and Jason Wu. I love you all. You guys are such inspirations, and I'm really grateful for all of you doing this.
Hello world, Miss Fame here. Welcome to my apartment during quarantine. I hope that you've been finding moments to keep yourself grounded amidst this sense of uncertainty. So today I'm participating in the hashtag Sturm Mask-a-thon, hence why I have my skincare on for you today. Now, I want to talk about a few essentials to keep you grounded while you are staying at home. If you don't have anybody there to bounce, conversation off of, please stay connected to your family and your friends through Zoom and FaceTime calls. It's been one of the best assets to social and having the ability to connect through conversation. I feel like we've been in a momentum for so long that we haven't really had enough time to be connected to our families. So this is a really great opportunity to do so. Also, tackle creative projects you may have neglected, because for me, it's really important that I finally get those projects done, whether it's organizing makeup or putting pictures on the wall. So take advantage of it while you got it. Now, how can we work together as a community to help with the first responders? And that's really what I'm here to talk about. There's a few places you could donate to. So take advantage of that. I am going to suggest the First Responders First and the World Health Organization. This is going to make sure that the first responders have all the necessary tools to do their job and to keep fighting COVID-19. Now, why not work together? It's a great opportunity to band together as a world, stand in strength and solidarity as we work to healing our planet and having a healthy solution. So thank you for everything and the support. I adore you, Barbara Sturm. It was an honor to be able to continue to connect with you through the art of beauty and health and well-being, but also working towards solutions in the world, especially with fighting COVID-19. I send you a big kiss from New York, and thank you all for everything in love.
Happy masking day, guys. It's Devin Windsor here. I have got my Barbara Sturm face mask on. It is just soaking in. I hope you guys are all staying safe and healthy during this time. I have found myself really, really loving doing masks and any sort of beauty regimen or anything that's kind of self-love during this time in quarantine. It makes me feel a lot better and calmer and more at ease. And yeah, I hope you have a great day, and I hope you guys are all masking with me.
Hi, I'm Jason Wu. I'm a fashion designer in New York and a big Barbara Sturm fan. I am so happy to be part of today's Barbara Sturm Maskathon, which benefits the World Health Organization and First Responders First. I think this is a time where we all have to be united as a community, as a world, as citizens of the world to spread the word of positivity and solidarity. And I want to thank all of the doctors, nurses, first responders, all the medical professionals that has been on the very front line, putting their lives at risk in order to help save lives. Today, for the maskathon, I am using Barbara Sturm's face mask, one of my favorite. And this is kind of how I keep myself sane by sometimes taking just a 5-minute break. Like a little in-house spa treatment. Gives me a lot of, it gives me so much joy. And thank you, Barbara, for making all these great products so we can feel positive at home. And I want to thank everybody for joining me today.
We've gotten really creative, Barbara. So we made a mask for you.
In the mirror once in a while. So guys, what I want to talk to you about, first of all, you're quarantining together as a family, which is so nice. And, for everyone out there who has the opportunity to be with their families, it's so nice. Jordan, come back, your family. Yes.
Jordan, where are you?
Jordan.
He's sort of family. He's going behind us.
Christian, Jordan, you're family. You're also family to us. I wish we would put all quarantine together. So we've known each other for so long. You guys are amazing. And Lori, in representative for Chrome Hearts, you're producing so many face masks for the frontline heroes. That's so great. Bravo. Also, you guys are all extremely creative. And how do you get your creativity in this period in the best possible way? And what are you all working on? Jordan, I know you do a lot for Seductive, and Christian, you're a great designer for t-shirts, and Lori is a creative genius anyway.
It's given us more time than we know what to do with each other. We have created and created and created. It's changed the platform of our business has changed immensely. We've had to adapt. It hasn't been easy. I don't think I've worked harder in my entire career to adjust to the times. Saturday and Sunday kind of blends with the rest of the week, so it's never an off time. Yeah. We are lucky and fortunate enough to be together in one place. We have a large group of people that, we can quarantine on the grass, and our teams have actually from work have come and quarantined with us and work with us by our side. We've been focusing on things we usually don't focus on and don't have the time to because we're such a fast growing business. But as far as self-care, BB, you've sent us some lovely items for everyone to share. And we actually have a routine that everybody checks in the morning, whether we've taken, in the afternoon, the night, between baking bread and cookies, we do our self-care with our masks and serums. The kids are at that age where it's been really helpful to have your product and explain to them how to self-care during a time that maybe, you're rushing out the door. We've been talking about skin. And in the morning, we've been seeing each other a lot more. So we've actually enjoyed the quarantine. We're very private people anyway. So, that's not much of a change.
Also, you guys cooking a lot. You have a vegetable garden. So you have
So jealous of that garden, by the way.
fresh vegetable and you're a fantastic cook and taking care of the family. So
thank you.
Actually also opportunity to be with our kids more, right?
Yeah. My neighbors too. We've been exchanging vegetables. We've been helping each other out immensely. I'll get a basket of muffins. They get, I bring a basket of herbs and lettuce from the garden. My garden has fed quite a few people in the neighborhood. And I've never used it more. And it's like the most heartfelt. I get very emotional about it, but I've always been a gardener, beekeeper, and a cook. So beekeeper is definitely been, people are putting beehives in the back of their homes. We're saving a lot of bees. I usually don't have as much time to do that. You need a product with honey in it.
Yes. We actually, for everyone who doesn't have a mask at home,
BBB's product.
You guys, actually, there's beeswax in our lip balm, if you guys didn't notice. But there's actually mask you can make at your home, and you can try it's avocado together with
honey and yogurt.
Honey and yogurt. And honey is super healthy. Why, Charlie?
Maybe it's very hydrating and nutritious oils, and it's vitamin E.
I don't see Charlie. Where's Charlie?
Where is Charlie?
We can't see Charlie. Charlie, get in there.
Charlie, come here.
Charlie, good to see you. You're like an angel back there.
Yeah, we're so grateful for our families, and you guys out there who are quarantining alone, check in with your families, have Zoom calls, and just stay in touch and be together. Call your friends. Don't quarantine all alone. We really have to have our interactions socially. It's really important. You guys, I love you. Thank you for being part of this. You're amazing.
Love you and miss you.
We miss you
Cool.
so
Love
much.
you. Love you so much.
family.
Come over.
Love you. Bye.
Come
Thank
over
you.
distance.
6 feet away.
6 feet.
So, and now we come to a category, athletes. And that will be very, very interesting. First, we have 2 videos, one from the fastest runner, the fastest woman in the world, Dina Asher-Smith, and the second one from Chris Robshaw, who was the former, captain of the rugby team, and his woman, Camilla.
Hey, it's Dina Asher-Smith here, and I'm also going to be taking part in Dr. Barbara Sturm's Maskathon, except I have run out of my mask. So I am using the hyaluronic serum. If you can see that, you can tell that I'm not a YouTube gal. That wasn't even in focus. The hyaluronic serum for darker skin tones as my substitute, and obviously have a little bit of a chat with you guys about what I'm doing in this current time and if I had any advice. Now, I'm an Olympic athlete, so my day-to-day, my normal thing would be training in a big group, training 6 days a week with coaches, with strength and conditioning people, with physiotherapists, sports scientists, and also competing in really big, busy, full stadiums. So that is obviously not happening anymore. Definitely, completely not happening anymore. But how I've been kind of looking after myself in this period has been making sure that I exercise regularly and I stick to a routine. And I think that for your mental health and generally to kind of get through isolation and lockdown, that is really, really important, making sure that you have certain things at certain times to keep you accountable, to make sure you don't spend all day kind of hanging around in bed. Like, it's good to have something to look forward to. It's good to have a challenge. It's good to have something to work on and targets throughout the period, because it's what keeps you going. It's what keeps your mind occupied. And I still train with my coaches. I have a session at 10 a.m. Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays, and I have running 5 days a week as well. So I need to make sure that I'm mentally ready for that. I've eaten, I'm hydrated, and I'm in a good mood because I've got to bring my best. And even though that's coming from an Olympic athlete's perspective, I think it's something that we could all kind of do as well, because exercise helps your mental health. It helps get your endorphins going, it makes you smile, it gives you something to think about, it gets you out in nature, it gets you out in the sunshine. Hopefully you're viewing this from a sunny country anyway. And it helps you feel good about yourself, and stuff like that is so important in a time like this. And yeah, I think that's mainly what I'd have to say. And if anything, I'd encourage you to donate any money that you would like to donate to either your first responders if you're from the US, or for me it would be to our heroes, which is the NHS, and many of the charities such as Women's Aid, Refuge, and charities doing really essential work, particularly in this period, because we all have to come together. We're all facing this crisis together, and in order to make sure that we all get through it, the people that look after us in our most vulnerable state have to be supported as well. So yeah, that was me with my serum, not quite mask, but I hope you're well. I hope you're staying safe. Please stay at home, and hopefully we'll be reunited soon.
Hi, I'm Chris Robshaw.
And I'm Camilla Kerslake.
And today we're joining the Dr. Barbara Sturm Maskathon, all in aid of
First Responders First and the World Health Organization COVID-19 Relief Fund,
which you can still support and get donated. So yeah, as you can see, Camilla's already got her mask on.
Oh, mine's a clarifying one, actually. I get quite bad hormonal breakouts, but this really zaps them before they become a problem, and gives me that sort of like nice dewy glow that we all want as well. Look at this. He's got beautiful skin. All he needs is a bit of moisture. It's really annoying.
I think in isolation now as well, you were singing for a lot of people, which has always been nice. To
yeah, I need to look my best because I'm singing socially distanced for strangers on the street. So that's always fun.
And I think we've done a lot of kind of essential challenges, and we haven't quite gone on to the whole TikTok thing yet.
Yeah, we've been doing workout challenges, but we haven't been very good at them. But we will carry on trying. This is not very neat, Christopher. It's giving me anxiety. Right, there you go. It's already started soaking in, look.
I think the one thing to come out of isolation is our skin will be much better.
Well, yeah, because we have like literally nothing else to do except
a face mask every night.
Yeah, I have been doing it loads actually. Beautiful.
But anyway, stay safe everyone. Keep donating and enjoy the challenge. Take care.
Hi.
Hi,
Anya.
How are you?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining today. This is so amazing.
Of course, I will say you brought back so much nostalgia. I was applying this mask and I was thinking of all my travels, because it's the first thing I do when I get on the plane to moisturize. So I was thinking of all the trips we could be taking right now. But this is such an amazing initiative, so thank you for including me.
This is such a pleasure. We love you so much. You're one of our generation's greatest athletes. You're the only Russian woman who ever won the Grand Slam. I mean, you're such a superstar, and I only can imagine how mentally strong you must be, and you have probably the best techniques, standing on a tennis court, maybe being, just losing a set or something and coming back and winning the whole match. I think requires so much strength. Do you have some tips for us how we can gain a little strength through mental focus?
Right. So I think what's really helped me throughout my entire career was having a really good perspective on the big picture. And by having a really strong like focus on the big picture, you have to take little steps toward that. And right now, I think it's somewhat scary and almost intimidating to think of what will happen in a few months, how things are going to shape up, how things will reopen, how we will feel, the insecurities we might face, where our economy is going to be at. But during that time, I think it's so important to follow in the smaller, taking the baby steps, doing the things that might make a big difference and figuring out how we're going to be part of the solution and not being part of the problem in the future. Taking care of ourselves, taking care of our bodies, taking care of our health. I think it's been a really interesting, a tough environment to reset, but I think a much needed reset for our mind and for our body. That's kind of how I've been trying to face this period of time.
Yeah, this is very valuable advice. So what would you tell all your colleagues who are, would normally play tennis tournaments and they can't really, this is also like, their business, their profession. What advice do you have for all the athletes out there right now?
Yeah, I would say this is a really good time to also focus on your interests and your passions. We always speak about how athletes, we start this profession from a very young age. And, in our minds, we think that we're just going to continue it for the rest of our lives. But especially for women, at a certain age, we start thinking about family. Sometimes our bodies break down and we can no longer, withstand like the physical aspect of the sport. So we kind of have to look at 2.0 and a very similar situation that I'm in right now. And it's never too early to start building on that. So whether it is a hobby, whether it's architecture that you're interested, whether it's business or entrepreneurship, I think there are a lot of seminars and webinars online that you could be taking at the moment to help you while you're, still taking care of your body, but you're not traveling and competing like we usually are at this time of year.
And you are such an amazing, successful entrepreneur as well. You founded something called Sugar Power we all love so much, and I love these little tennis balls. And these are like some sweets which also have antioxidants in them, and so it's sometimes also good to get your endorphins up and have like a happy feeling by just have a little Sugar Power tennis ball. So you founded your own business.
Yes, so I started Sugarpova 7 or 8 years ago, and I'm all about the feeling of moderation and moderation. We're always so strict about our diets and about our lifestyle and what we do for our bodies, but there's always a piece of us. Like I grew up in my grandmother's kitchen, so I watched her bake all these goodies, and she never measured the amount of ingredients she put in there, but it was super sweet, and I loved it. And so from time to time, I really believe in allowing yourself those little guilty pleasures, those moments of indulgence. And that's one of the reasons I started Sugarpova. And like our gummies are made with, some of our gummies are made with spirulina, which is a freshwater algae for colorings. It's a blue raspberry flavor, so super fun. And our chocolate is made with coconut and different flavors. But it's been a really fun passion project, but it's a huge part of my life because although I know what it takes to be strict and serious and being a professional athlete and looking after yourself and your body, I also know what it's like to have a bit of a guilty pleasure.
So that's really great advice. It's really great advice so that we don't have to be so, strict and extreme. So everything in moderation. And yeah, if we crave a little Sugar Power piece of chocolate, we just should go for it. So thank you so much. This was so amazing to have you here.
Please donate.
Such an inspiration. Thank you.
That's a lot.
So now we have like a really special video for all the brides out there who had to cancel their wedding. And this is also something I know a few were invited to weddings, and it is really super sad that they couldn't really go and get married right now, but it's all going to come. And Luke Eisner is going to sing a song for all of you, and a really amazing designer, Laura Kim, if you still need a new wedding dress. And she's bringing us a message. And my dear friend, Kristen Noel Crawley, is also having a message for us.
Hey, my name is Luke Eisner. Thanks for having me, Dr. Sturm. I think this is a really great thing that you're doing. I'm really happy to be a part of it. You know, this quarantine and COVID time has been really hard on a lot of families, and my heart goes out to them. My heart also goes out to the brides and grooms that never got a chance to make it down the aisle. I feel bad for the weddings that have to be rescheduled. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to play a first dance for the brides-to-be from the safety of your living room. Here is The Way You Look Tonight by Frank Sinatra.
Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel unclothed just thinking of you. And the way you look, oh my dear, you look, oh, you look tonight.
Hello everyone, my name is Laura Kim. I'm the co-creative director of Oscar de la Renta and Monse. I'm so happy to be part of this campaign with Barbara Sturm to support first responders and healthcare workers fighting every day. I'm staying home to take care of myself to lessen the workload for the first responders. Please donate to First Responders First and World Health Organization's COVID-19 relief initiatives. Thank you so much. Stay safe.
Hi everybody, I'm Kristen Noel Crawley and I'm the founder of KNC Beauty. Today I'm joining you for the Sturm Mask-a-thon using my Barbara Sturm face mask and my KNC Beauty eye patches. It is super important that we support our first responders, the nurses, the doctors, the healthcare workers, firefighters, policemen that are putting their lives on the line for our safety every day. It's the least that we can do. If you can't donate financially, then you can send, you know, a well-wishing, a card, a message, anything helps, anything to put a little smile on their face. So thank you so much for your support, and please continue to donate and do everything that you can for these amazing heroes. Have a great day, guys.
Hello.
Hi, Barbara.
Hello. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God, you're all Sturmified.
Look at, I've got the sweatshirt. I've got the wrap. I look like Mommy Dearest. I look like Faye Dunaway in Mommy Dearest.
I love it. I love it. So great to have you. Thank you so much for joining the Mask-a-thon and taking the masking actually really seriously. And I have the second layer of my mask on. It's already dissolved into my skin. So
we're dry. I've got like so many layers. I just keep applying it and I'm so dry. It's just sucking it in.
So do you do a lot for your skin right now? Do you have a lot of self-care in your daily routine right now?
I do. You know, I started the quarantine doing a mask a day, and I would take a bath and I would put a mask on, and it was really fantastic. And then after about 3 weeks, I thought, you know, I think it's actually too much for my skin to be doing a mask every day. And so I backed off.
So I think that's a little bit of a problem right now because we have way more time. We have all these like cosmetic products and masks and potions and lotions in our bathroom. And we are tempted to go for quite some treatments at home. We shouldn't be doing at home maybe. And so that's really a good point. So let's hydrate and take care of our skin in a very protective way, but not let's go crazy on all these treatments. Do you agree?
I totally agree, because I think what we start to become, or we think in our minds, oh, I'm a hairstylist. Oh, I'm a facialist. Oh, I'm a manicure pedicure. No, we are not. We need to wait for the professionals, I've decided. I need to wait for you, Barbara.
When it comes to the idea that you could be your own doctor, then it's getting quite dangerous.
I think so. Absolutely. I do have a question for you, though, Barbara. My question is, you know that I suffer from melasma, and I get, I use your darker skin line of products for darker skin. And what I'm finding is since quarantine, my dark patches are starting to come back, and I'm wondering if it's because of all the video of all the light from the computer screens and my phone.
You know what? This is a really, really good question. And I have to say yes to that, because sitting in front of the computers, doing your work from home, doing Zoom calls, house parties, being in front of television, this radiates a light which is called blue light or digital light, HEV light, which is actually same aggressive like UVA, UVB. And if you think you need a sunscreen, you also need pollution and an HEV screen on your skin. So number one, what's really important that we always hydrate our skin. So reuse your moisturizer throughout the day, or do like a face mist or an hyaluronic serum. Keep your skin hydrated in order to really protect our skin barrier function. But also there are ingredients, and we have something in our anti-pollution drops which can create a shield on your skin to block out the HEV light. And this is really a good point, because this light can cause hyperpigmentation. And so use the anti-pollution drops, Lisa Renick.
Okay, I have been, but not enough. And I mean, I have so many of your products, I love them all, that's the one that I wasn't using as much as the others. And I was like, I am going to ask Barbara, because I know it's
throughout the day, multiple times throughout the day. And you know,
multiple times throughout the day.
Apropos, we were talking yesterday, and you told me that your husband is in front of the TV watching news all day, and that you and we actually disconnect from everything TV, and we have our husbands giving us an update on what's going on in the news. Is it a little bit confusing right now what's said in the news? Does your husband get clarity about what actually the facts are right now? Does he give us a real good prognosis through television?
Well, you know, there are times when I don't really want to hear about it, because my husband's very, very smart, and it's a little bit too doom and gloom and a little too intense, because he definitely follows everything. So he ends up telling me things months before we actually find out or get it. And so I'm kind of ahead of the game, and sometimes that's great, and other times it's really frightening, to be honest with you. So there are times that I prefer to live in my fantasy dance land in my head and enjoy myself and run around and, you know, live in that world. It's a little bit more fun than living in my husband's head, because he's really, really intense.
I have the same thing. My husband is watching a lot of news and giving me updates, but it would create so much anxiety in me and for my children, and I focus on my work and doing things like the mask-a-thon and putting this stuff together instead of sitting in front of the TV and watching the news. So I think as women who are a little more vulnerable and emotional, I think the better advice is to go in the kitchen, cook, and take care of our children, going to bed early, putting mask on and focusing on our work.
And dance a lot. You know, I love to dance, and I've been dancing so much. I swear to God, that helps so much. If you just get up and move anywhere. I mean, just move around, be silly, be goofy.
We do this too. We dance, the whole family dances, and I hear this so much from my friend. Everybody is doing dancing. This is really great advice. Let's get all into more dancing, put the music loud and whatever you love, and get up and dance. Lisa Renick, it's so fun also to watch you on TikTok with your kids. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being part of this. You're such a champion.
I love you so much. It's such a great thing you're doing. Thank you so much, and I love you. I hope I get to see you in person soon.
Yes, please. We are so close and yet so far.
I know. Love you.
Love you. So guys, now we have two Germans. And since we are German, Charlie, come in, a little German representative of our friends. One who's almost a constant family member, Cara Dauer, and also Xenia, two really cute, amazing friends from Germany. Watch their videos.
Hello, hello, it's Caroline Dauer, and I just put a mask on to get the Sturm glow. I'm super happy to be part of this. Thank you so much for doing this. I think it's so important to support each other right now in these difficult times, but especially the ones that need it the most, the healthcare workers, all the COVID-19 initiatives, institutions, all of that. So thank you so much, first of all. I think this time right now is super difficult for all of us. Personally, I also have ups and downs, but what I feel like is for me the most important, what advice I can maybe give is to stick to your routine, be good to you, self-care, you know, mask or like working out, be good to your body, healthy nutrition. I know sometimes, you know, the chocolate is looking at us, and, you know, just have a good balance and be good to yourself. Don't be too hard to yourself. And yeah, that's some thoughts I wanted to share with you. And I hope you guys are well. And I send a big kiss and a lot of positive energy to all of you. Mwah!
Hi guys, my name is Sinja, I'm an influencer and creative director of my own brand from Hem. And today I want to ask for your help for a very important cause. It's called First Responders First, and it's an organization that donates to our frontline healthcare workers, who are the real heroes during this pandemic, right? So please support us, and no matter if you know you can donate a big or a small amount.
Let's go straight to Brad. Oh, there you are. Hi, Brad. We have
Hi.
for this video. We will play it later on. Brad, I'm so delighted to have you here at this mask-a-thon. You're an amazing friend, but also such an amazing stylist and co-host in a TV show. So thank you for joining us.
My pleasure, Barbara. I miss you.
I miss you too, but I see you and Gary with your cute appearances on social, and I know it puts a smile on so many people's faces. It cheers me up every day.
I'm so glad. Yeah, I mean, we're it's nice to be with somebody that you love. That really helps in self-isolation and quarantine. Yeah, I basically, you know, Gary just like loves his Starbucks coffee so much. And as soon as this all started happening, I was like, I wanted to try to keep the routine of his day going as much as possible. So I thought, how can I recreate this at home? And then it just became this, you know, lovely kind of thing that people look forward to seeing. So yeah, it's been a nice way to connect with people like that. And I know you've been doing a lot too of connecting with your followers and, you know, doing such a great job of helping people through this time and staying, you know, on top of our game and staying beautiful.
I think you're coming really back to where you first started, you know, and I started as a doctor, and to me, my biggest thing was always to be at service to my patients, and whatever advice they needed, I was there and would have it for them. And right now, that's for me actually really amazing to connect with everyone out there, whoever has questions, whoever needs advice, and doing all this education. And it's just really what fills my heart and where my roots are. And I think everyone out there right now doing this amazing work on the front lines, all the health workers, doctors, everybody, nurses, these are the heroes of these times, really. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about these charities we're donating to.
Yes. So today, all the funds are going to go directly to the World Health Organization's COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund, and also the First Responders First as well. What made you choose? These are two amazing organizations, but I know all of the funds raised, and your company is also going to be making a donation, as are Gary and I. Why did you choose these two specifically?
So in general, I always like to support any type of charity always. You know, we've been also big supporters of Baby to Baby always, and Youth Anxiety Foundation. I think it's always important to give back to others. And right now with this Maskathon, also because the Maskathon is like these two things, you know, self-care, but also taking care of the frontline heroes. I think it fits perfectly to the purpose of the Maskathon today. And that's why going really globally to all frontline workers, I think is the big goal here. And I'm grateful for everyone who is able to donate and give something back. And even if it's just a nice note you write to the hospital, sometimes can help and put smiles on people's faces, like Kristen already said in her video.
Yeah, there's, you know, the work that's being done out there right now, the healthcare workers, all the people working in, all the essential workers that have been out there working, you know, and for us to be able to do our part by just staying home, you know, they're really doing heroes work out there. So whatever we can do to support them, and you know, it's pretty amazing seeing so many heroic and amazing people just, you know, diving headfirst into this and being out there on the front line. So I think it's so great that you're doing this. And this, I saw this mask is one of my, as you know, my favorites. I saw Maria Sharapova talking as well. And I was gonna say the same thing. This reminds me of traveling, because whenever I get off the plane, I put it on my face right away and, you know, get my skin hydrated and going. So it's so nice that you've also created such a line of products that I love, and that so many people love and that works so well, but that, you know, I've got my travel size cleanser, like I don't leave home without these things. So I see these things and they bring, you know, they make me feel good, not only because they make me feel like I look better and I'm taking care of myself, but also because I have so many great memories of bringing you around the world with me. So
I love to be in your luggage. I love it. I totally love it. One question. Do you rub the mask off or do you wash it off?
I do both. I like to rub it off if I have.
Me too.
I like to rub it off usually. Yeah. I like that. I like the feeling of peeling.
By the
way,
it's
so hydrating and beautiful, and it's just great.
Makes your skin super glowy.
Me?
Makes your skin super glowy, the mask, and then with the red carpet, I know you do a lot of correspondence from the red carpet, so and taking care of so many people on the red carpet who look amazing in their gowns you're picking for them. So that's really amazing.
We it was you know, right now I think too, I think anyway, you know, I think what you're doing now and doing this great Maskathon, and then, you know, just being able to connect with people right now and letting people know they're not alone and just bringing a smile to people's faces. I think, you know, that's something that we can all do right now, is just be kind to one another, and we'll all get through this and support each other as much as we can.
You're such a friend, not just to me, but to so many people out there. Thank you so much, Fred. And give my love to Gary. He's the coolest, honestly.
I will, for sure. Say hi to Charlie and Pepper for me, please.
Yes, thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye, bye. So now, more friends. I'm so happy to have so many friends who are in this with us. Shanina Sheikh, Jessie DeLizzer, and Lola Boutet.
Hi guys, it's Shanina Sheikh, and I'm so happy to be on Dr. Barbara Sturm's live stream Maskathon. I have her amazing mask on right now, and that is working into my skin. I'm so happy we can come together right now and wear a beauty mask, but also help our first responders and healthcare workers that are putting their life and health at risk every day to fight against the COVID-19 crisis. If you could please donate, it would be such a huge help, and I'm sure so greatly appreciated, to the World Health Organization and First Responders First Initiative Fund. They will get the necessities they need to fight against the COVID-19 crisis. At the moment, I'm currently in Spain during quarantine, and I'm here with my boyfriend and his family members and my best friend, and of course my dog Chopper. So that really helps and keeps me occupied. I'm here with people that I love. It's really hard to be away from my family right now in Australia, so that's been the most difficult part. But during the quarantine, I've been focusing so much on self-care, and that's with doing workouts. I've been doing courses to focus on mental health and beauty treatments. I think that's really, really, really fun. So my mask is pretty much done. Guys, please stay home, stay healthy, and give one another lots and lots of love. And please donate to our amazing healthcare workers and first responders. They need our help during this crisis right now. So before I go, I want to show you someone very, very special. Come here. Come here. He's been helping me so much during this quarantine. Come here. Look at this. This is Chopper. I just gave him a treat. Say hi, Chopper. This is my Frenchie. Oh. Say hi. Okay. Bye. Stay safe, everybody.
Hi, I'm Lola. And I'm Jazzy. And we're sisters. We're isolating together. We've been isolating for about 8 weeks now. And we're really lucky that we've been able to be together because there's lots of members in our family that we can't be with right now. So it's nice we've had each other. Yeah. And we found like little things that have helped us kind of get through the days. I've started painting a lot, which I've been loving. Mainly portraits of my dog, which is a bit embarrassing. And I've become the next Betty Crocker. I think it might be my calling. I'd never baked before quarantine and I absolutely love it. I found it so therapeutic and also so nice to make yummy things for my sister, even though she finds it annoying.
Yeah, her cakes are so good, but I mean, we're averaging on 2 a day at the moment.
Yeah, it's not great.
You had cake for breakfast.
I know, I had cake for breakfast this morning. I thought Barbara would not be too
Don't know,
sure
that'll give the
about
skin the
how
glow.
good that would be for my skin.
Yeah, we want to thank you, Barbara, for having us be a part of your Maskathon.
We love you.
And it's such an amazing cause for the frontliners. And, you know, they are really saving lives and it's incredible what they're doing, putting their lives at risk every day. So thank you so much. And we all need to keep donating.
And I have a quote that I found really inspirational in this time. It's from an Instagram account I follow called Quotes by Christy. And it says, in the rush to return to normal, use this time to consider which parts of normal are worth rushing back to. And I just think this is really, really relevant at this time because we're able to reflect and think about the future. And, you know, it's just very, you know,
probably never have a time like this again in our lives, so to use it wisely.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mwah.
Hello, Peter. How are you? Welcome to the
Hi, how are
Maskathon.
you?
I'm good.
Thank you so much, Barbara.
I have to introduce you properly now because that is really important, and it's really important that you're here with us today. You're Professor Dr. Peter Hottes, Dean of National School of Tropical Medicine, I need to read that, and co-director of the Texas Children's Hospital Department of Vaccine. And you've been working on vaccine, especially on the COVID vaccine as well, for the last 10 years. Is this correct?
That's right. We've had a big coronavirus vaccine program. We make vaccines for poverty-related neglected diseases. The vaccines generally big pharma companies are not interested in making because they're for the world's poorest people. And then for slightly different reasons, we developed a coronavirus vaccine program a decade ago because nobody cared about them. We recognized that coronavirus vaccines were going to be really needed because we saw that virus infection called SARS, severe acute respiratory syndrome, that started in 2003 out of China and affected Toronto, Canada. Then there was MERS coronavirus infection in the Middle East. So we knew coronavirus infections were here for a while. And we've always struggled getting people to care about coronavirus vaccines, just like our other orphan vaccines that we work on. And then I guess something happened around December and January. Suddenly people got very interested in our coronavirus vaccines. But we have a very unique approach, and relevant to what you're trying to do today, which is that we're trying to develop maybe the first global health coronavirus vaccine. That is a low cost, accessible vaccine that uses a technology that could be reproduced all over the world. So we use the same technology to make our COVID-19 vaccines that are used to make the hepatitis B vaccine made in places like India and Brazil, because our concern is some of the vaccines that are being developed can't be reproduced easily in terms of scale up manufacture in many low and middle income countries. So we're trying to make one specifically designed for that purpose.
So one of the leading professors and figures in the world of vaccines, and you said to me it's probably not so difficult to make this vaccine. I want to ask you the most important question everybody is asking right now. What is the timing? When can we think we have a vaccine and or possible treatments even?
Well, I think the treatments may come faster than the vaccine. Vaccines have a pretty high bar in terms of getting them out there, because with a vaccine, remember, you're generally immunizing well individuals to prevent them from getting sick. So your bar in terms of safety and showing that it works is pretty high, and that's what takes the time. So we've got our vaccines ready to go into clinical trials. There's going to be at least a dozen, maybe 2 dozen vaccines that go into clinical trials, each using different technologies. But then the bottleneck comes, because you have to give it adequate time to accumulate enough data, evidence that the vaccine both works and is also safe before we release it to the public. And that's unfortunately the slow part. And that's why it's really hard to accelerate new vaccines in the middle of an epidemic or a pandemic.
So what is the timing? I need to have now.
You're going to really hold me to it, huh? Yeah, we're hoping next year that our vaccine's going to be ready, and probably the other ones as well. You're hearing some crazy things, like we're going to have a vaccine ready by the fall.
I know.
Or
there's so much out there. Like every company
is
working on vaccines now.
Yeah, a lot of that is hype, from the pharma companies and biotechs talking to their investors. What they really mean is they could have it manufactured by then, but to know that it's both safe and effective, I don't see how you accumulate enough safety and evidence by the fall. I think it's probably going to take till next year, which would still be a record, right? I think one of my colleagues pointed out the record for going from start to finish to have a vaccine out there is 4 years. So we'd still be breaking it. Even if we have it next year, we'd be breaking it by 2. So we're doing our best. I've just had to give up sleeping, and my colleagues have had to give up sleeping. And we wake up early, and we're on we have either our team is in the lab or on the vaccine, or on constant teleconferences, and we're still raising money for it. It's amazing that we still struggle to raising funds for this.
So this is another area we should look into and getting funds for you in order to get the vaccine. This is so important right now. So thank you for doing all this night and day work with your team. This is really great. What about, I come from the history a little bit of blood plasma treatments, and they're right now collecting lots of antibodies from people who already had corona. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it, and I've been out there kind of championing it. It's kind of an old school approach. We did this during the 1918 flu pandemic, and it actually worked to some extent. And now we have better techniques in terms of measuring antibodies in the blood. So you only use plasma from patients that have high antibody titers, so you can stack the deck in your favor that way. And we're starting to see some early evidence that it's working. It worked for the first SARS pandemic in 2003, and I think it's going to work now. The problem is it's somewhat resource limited because you have to have donors, patients that have gotten infected, developed antibodies, and then recovered. So the scale up is a bit of a problem, but it does seem to work, and it points to the likelihood that future vaccines would work, like our vaccines, and it points to the fact that you can use it to design monoclonal antibody therapies, which can be scaled. So I think you'll see some of those move out as well. So it's an important finding, and it's so far it looks like it's life-saving. The thing about convalescent antibodies, you have to give them early on in the course of the infection before patients get really sick, because what happens later on in the course of the infection, they develop all that cytokine storm and inflammatory response, and then the convalescent antibody won't work as well, or at least that's what we postulate.
Okay, then I have another question, because I'm all about inflammation and fighting inflammation in our system. How is the inflammatory effect on our bodies?
Well, it looks like there's two phases to this illness. The first is caused by direct virus infection. And that's causing damage to the lungs. It's causing damage to the blood vessels, because the receptors for this virus are found in the blood vessels, even damage to the heart. But then later on in the course of the infection, things are exacerbated because of that host inflammatory response. And so some of the most severe lung disease is due to host inflammation. We also are seeing terrible clotting problems in patients with COVID-19. So we're seeing pulmonary emboli forming. We're seeing strokes, maybe some of the coronary artery disease, and exactly how much of that is due to the virus versus the host inflammatory response, we still don't know. So there's, this is a brand new virus. This is one that this time last year, we didn't even know it existed. So we're learning more and more about this virus every day, and I'm amazed at the pace of the scientific community, and as well as the international cooperation, scientists putting up their data as soon as they get it on preprint servers, and we're doing the same and they're doing it. So it's really fabulous to see this level of scientific cooperation. It's also really nice to see scientists communicating to the public now. That's something that really hasn't happened a lot in the past. So you're turning on the TV, you're seeing scientists and hearing from scientists. And I think that's so important, because, we're, as a group, we tend to be invisible and nobody really knows what we do. And that's good to have that face. And so that's why
everybody wants education right now. So really thank you for doing this. One more question, and then I will let you go. But what is the predisposition from patients? Some patients don't have any symptoms. Others have terrible symptoms or die. Why is that?
Well, in some cases, we know that older individuals seem to be more susceptible to severe disease. Those with underlying diabetes or hypertension or kidney disease or even obesity are more at risk. And so, a lot of people living in poverty, unfortunately, often have higher rates of diabetes and hypertension. So we're seeing this also as a health disparity. And then there is still that individual young, healthy adults who gets really sick, and that's not as common, but we still see that occasionally. So still trying to understand the basis of susceptibility and why some people get so sick. And we know that up to maybe half the individuals have no symptoms at all, which is extraordinary. And that's what makes it so hard to control, because in any given community, have people walking around with asymptomatic COVID-19 infection. And so this is the problem. One group getting so sick and in the intensive care unit, the others seemingly fine. And we're all really struggling figuring out how to control this without a vaccine, or hopefully we can get that vaccine out soon.
And that's why it's still really important that we stay home, that we really are cautious with our hygiene and social distancing. We have to keep doing this for a while. And so this is really interesting insights. Thank you so much, Peter. So amazing you could join, giving us your time, and thank you for dedicating all of your time to finding the vaccine, which is so needed. Thank you.
And thank you for giving attention to the science. I deeply appreciate it, Barbara. And thank you for all your great work.
I love science.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So, two more videos, one from my dear friend Nikki Hilton and one from my dear friend Maya Henry.
Hi, I'm Nikki Hilton here at home in New York. Very excited to participate in Barbara's Mask-a-thon today. When she told me about this initiative a few weeks ago, that she was going to gather thousands and thousands of people online to mask while raising funds for our frontline workers, my answer was an immediate yes, sign me up. I love masking. I love our frontline workers. They are the real heroes. Thank you for everything that you do, risking your lives every single day. We are so grateful. We love you. On that note, let's mask away.
Hi guys, I'm Maya Henry. Welcome to the live stream. As you can see, we're all wearing face masks for the Mask-a-thon. I think this is an important cause because we need to support the healthcare workers on the front line who are risking their lives during COVID-19. This is obviously a terrible time in the world, and we need to all come together and support each other. During this time at home, I've been keeping in contact with my family, doing some self-care things, just making sure I check in with my loved ones because that's very important. And everyone please donate to the First Responders First and World Health Organization COVID-19 Relief Initiative. I hope everyone is at home staying safe because that's important. We all need to stay inside. But yeah, everyone enjoy the live stream.
Hi. Happy birthday.
One day. Now I'm officially 28, so I gotta deal with that.
I mean, what should I say? It's a perfect age to be in. I can tell you, it's probably around 30s were the best days ever, I thought. So, so much great things to come. Thank you so much for being part of this today, you two. You're such champions.
Of course. No, I pulled Sophie out of bed this morning, told her this is very important. So we're here. We're so happy to be a part of this.
Thank you for having us.
So glad that you're doing this, and even just watching everything. This has been so much work, I'm sure. So many inspirational people on this
Yes.
whole, so
there's so much
proud of
great
you.
advice coming. I learned so much myself. It's incredible, and thank you. And you're doing so much incredible work yourself. You created this initiative more than a mask.
Yes, so that was a lot of work. That was my biggest birthday surprise, I guess. So it officially launched yesterday, and we've already pretty much sold out of all the styles. And we'll have statistics soon on how many meals we've been able to provide. But one mask equals 100 meals through Feeding America. So I'm
Amazing.
hoping that we've sold out. So I don't know the exact, but we'll be restocking soon and hopefully have some really impressive numbers. It's unbelievable how much you can provide through Feeding America, or just in general, these meals for so many people. It's insane. So we're really excited.
And this is a great example on how social media can help to do so much good, and the internet, and helping to spread love and togetherness, and being there for each other, and creating meals for so many people. This is amazing. We love this, Olivia and Sophie.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, it is really fun to see everyone coming together in so many ways, you included, even with what you're doing. So it's all we can do now.
And you guys, you're in the nature, you're in Colorado. I saw you spending a lot of time in the nature, which is so nice. Do you think people are connecting with the nature way more? And what do you think? Because, what we see, for example, in Los Angeles, the air has never been cleaner. Pollution is going away, industrial pollution. So, I mean, almost no planes, almost no cars. The nature is healing, and it heals quite fast, and the air quality in LA has never been better. How do you think about being in nature, and what do you think for the future, how we can continue really being good to the world and the nature?
Sophie spends a ton of time outside, but I think in general, the amount of time that we're spending in our homes and when without traveling, for me personally, you're naturally able to connect with nature more because you just have more free time. Like that, the time that you spend getting in the car, going somewhere, getting to the airport, going somewhere. I mean, it adds up to so much. So I mean, it's amazing that not only we have more time, but we're also nurturing the earth by taking better care of it. But Sophie, she's outside every day.
Yeah.
So.
I love being outdoors. That's kind of like my self-care time to go outside and go for a walk. And I've definitely been doing it more now that we've been social distancing. But even just walking around the neighborhood, I see so many people also going for walks with their families. And it's just amazing because you don't really see that prior to this time. And I really hope that it is something that we keep and hold on to and not just kind of throw away when all of this is over, because it is something that I think is really precious and we should appreciate it.
I completely agree. I think it's a very anti-inflammatory moment as well, as you like to call it, right?
Exactly.
Time with nature and being outside and
getting our
reconnecting to
lungs
yourself
ventilated,
also.
fresh air for our lungs. Yeah, let's all take care of ourselves. Thank you guys. You're amazing. Such a wonderful you sisters together. It's really sweet to watch you, and you're putting so many smiles on other people's faces with whatever you do on social. And I hope I see you guys soon. Stay safe and amazing work. Thank you guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Bye.
So more videos from Sonia and Sita Belan and a really close friend of mine, Natalia de la Vega in Spain. So international, the world is coming together and collecting messages for everyone.
Hi everyone, it's Sonia. I hope that you're well and welcome to the Sturm Maskathon. I'm so happy to be here today with you. I know these can be super strange and just stressful times, and so it's really great for us to stay positive and to stay hopeful and safe, of course, which is why we should support our amazing healthcare workers who risk their lives for us every single day. And so please keep donating to First Responders First and the World Health Organization. I also want to share with you how I keep a healthy mind and body. And I'd say for me, the biggest thing is self-care. So, whether that's putting on a face mask, taking care of my skin, eating good food, healthy food, moving my body around, staying active, yoga, meditation, all these things really help me to feel good, to stay healthy, mentally and physically. And so I also want to share a lyric from my favorite song, Man in the Mirror. And it goes, if you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. Okay, I'm sending you the most love. Stay healthy, take care of yourselves, stay inside. Bye, guys.
Hey guys, this is Tabayan. Hope you're well. Welcome to Barbara Sturm live stream on YouTube. I have been a big fan of Barbara for some years now, I must say. I'm wearing one of her face masks, as you can see. So I'm very happy and pleased to take part of this great initiative. I think right now more than ever we need to leave the egoism aside and we need to be altruistic and really support each other. Supporting first the responders and the healthcare workers that have been and that are on the front lines of COVID-19, and since for me not just fair but also necessary. Unfortunately, the world situation is very severe and dramatic, but we must stay strong and in a positive state of mind. I try to stay positive at home by creating, by cooking, dancing, drawing, making music, whatever comes to my head, and also by trying to find the balance and the peace in myself by meditating. But we must also not forget the terrible consequences that this global pandemic and crisis has and will have on so many people. This is why we have to help each other, and this is why I praise for this initiative. Please Donate to the first responders first and to the World Health Organization's COVID-19 initiatives. Please, and also stay safe and stay well. I hope you and your family are fine.
Hello to everyone. I am Natalia de la Vega, founder of Tatcha Beauty and Wellness in Spain. This is not my best way to meet you all, but of course I'm wearing the best mask of Barbara Sturm, which I love. I wish to appeal to your heart. Next 9th of May, Barbara is organizing the Sturm Maskathon and raise funds for First Responders First and World Health Organization COVID-19 relief. It's time for us to step up. A small contribution of all of us, of each one of us, will go a long way. COVID-19 is a tragic situation that pushed the reset button for all of us. We are all at the starting line together, but it's up to you, to everyone, to make the best of the restart. Problems may be painful, but they are also a wake-up call to us to grow. It is not what happens to you, but what you do with what happens to you. In the tragic moments, there is always a beauty that will be born again in future. This I know for sure. Welcome to a new life to everyone. The human being is prepared to get the very best in the face of adversity. I wish you all the best, and really thanks from the bottom of my heart to everyone that will do this and will get money for these people. And for Barbara, you have a heart like this big. Thanks, really, Barbara. Gracias a todos y por favor contribuir. Con un poco que hagamos todos, haremos mucho. Gracias.
Hello, Simon. Welcome.
Hi, Dr. Sturm. It's so good to be here.
Thank you so much for being part of it. You're not just the founder of Judy, but you're also a big supporter of the America's Food Fund.
Yes. And also, Barbara, I wanted to tell you, I did my mask this morning, and then I didn't know whether I was allowed to do another mask. Could my skin take it? I wasn't sure.
I keep putting on more mask and more mask. You know, this mask is a super healthy way of hydration, soothing your skin, and just, you know, protect it from whatever is going on. So tell us a little bit about your work, because this is so fascinating, and you're doing such amazing work out there to get people fed, and that's so important, especially in these times right now.
So, well, thank you. And thank you for the opportunity to be here. And this initiative is so important. So for the last 2 years, I have been working on developing an emergency preparedness brand, which we launched 3 months ago, 2 weeks before COVID-19 hit the United States. So the experience has been surreal. Part of the development was learning about how we as a country react to large scale emergencies. So having worked on something for 18 months where they talk about these kind of worst case scenarios, and then now, of course, us all living through a pandemic, it has been kind of an extraordinary experience. But what we've seen, and the silver lining, is the resilience of our country and the sacrifice of our first responders, which is why I think what we're doing with your Maskathon is so important. I mean, these people, first responders, nurses, doctors, are quite literally sacrificing their lives to keep us safe. So it has been kind of this incredible journey learning about not only emergency preparedness, but also learning about first responders and the work they do.
That's really true, and it's something incredible that this was what you were working on, because that's something we should have at place at any time for these emergencies. So really entrepreneurial work.
Thank you. Yeah, and you know, emergency preparedness is not sexy. I mean, prior to COVID, most people didn't want to talk about emergency preparedness in general. and which is why 60% of American families have no emergency plan in place. And there's two cohorts of people. Half the people think that an emergency is not going to happen to them, and then the other half of people think that an emergency does happen. There's nothing you can do to prepare for it. And that's why our mission is to prepare everyone, families, individuals, regardless of where you live, for all emergencies. So yes, it's important to have an emergency kit, but the number one thing you can do is make an emergency plan. Who's your out-of-state contact? Have you practiced evacuating from your home before? There are so many things that we can do to prepare ourselves. So when we are in an emergency, we know, what's the first thing we need to do? Who's the first phone call we need to make?
This is super, super interesting, super important. And I think that's totally true that no one really thinks about it because, we're not, we haven't experienced it like this, but how can we learn from you? Do you provide this education? Because it's about education again, and this is the time where we want to learn how to prepare in the future from those incidences.
Yeah, so what we have is it's a free service. It's on our website, judy.co. We have a text message system where we send you tips and reminders and videos, everything from reminder to change the batteries out of your CO2 detector. It's hurricane season or it's wildfire season. Here are the 3 things you can do to prepare your family. Prior to starting Judy, I didn't even know if I had a fire extinguisher. And God forbid I had to use it. I would have no idea what to do. And I think there are so many Americans and people all around the world who feel the same, that they just don't know what to do when an emergency strikes, or they think they have the confidence that they'll do the right thing in an emergency. And we know that people go through a state of almost emotional paralysis, when an emergency hits, and they're not thinking clearly, and they make mistakes. So that's why being prepared is just so vitally important.
Yeah, it's good to have a plan. I would love to do a masterclass with you on this topic, if you would. This is super interesting and super important. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Simon. This was really interesting, and it's a bit we should think about for a while. And check out judy.com, and maybe a webinar or master classes can help to spread the news. I would really be interested in doing that.
Would love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next up, we have videos by our dear friends Charlotte McKinney, Tiva Savage, and Carolina Kokova.
Hey guys, I'm Charlotte McKinney. Thank you so much for tuning in. I feel so honored to be here among all these amazing people. I just wanted to take the time to encourage everyone to donate. It means so much, and every little bit helps. During this time, I've been going a little stir crazy, been self-isolated and staying indoors, trying to stay creative and healthy, and I wish you all the same. Stay positive, hang in there, and wear your mask.
Hey everyone, my name is Tiva Savage from Lagos, Nigeria. And first of all, I want to say thank you to Dr. Barbara Sturm for having me be part of this special event to raise money for such a worthy cause. Our health workers and first responders are literally risking their lives for us, so we must do all we can to support them. And so I've been asked to share tips on how I've been taking care of myself and my family during this pandemic. And for me, mental health is key. I actually limit the amount of news that I listen to and watch, and I spend a lot of time with my son. Every now and then I do treat myself to homemade facials, and I just try and relax as much as I can. So good luck everyone with your maskathon today, and everybody please make sure you donate.
Hi everyone, this is Carolina Kokova, and I'm so happy to be here today with my friend Dr. Barbara Sturm. So thank you, Barbara, for having me and for doing this. And I'm here to help raise awareness and fund for the World Healthcare Organization and First Responder First. I want to say thank you to all the amazing healthcare professionals around the world who are doing the work that they're doing. We're so grateful and we're so appreciative of all of you, everything you do, leaving your own families behind so we can stay home and take care of our own family. Thank you. During this time, how I've been spending time, I've been really learning a lot of new recipes, enjoying time with my family, connecting more with them, and all of us learning new things together, and practicing self-care by doing a lot of homemade masks, what my fridge and pantry has to offer, which has been really a lot of fun, and I've learned some new great tips and hacks. And I've also teamed up with Billy Bloom's, where we make non-medical reusable cloth masks. With each purchase that people make, we're able to donate to charity. And I am just very grateful that we have all these amazing doctors, nurses, healthcare practitioners around the world who are such a heroes, and the work they do is so impressive, so beautiful, and how they take care of all their patients and how they go to work with smile and with passion and professionalism and compassion. It's just so, so inspiring. And I want to say thank you to all of you out there. You are our true superheroes. And thank you everyone else. Remember, with each donation you make, we're able to donate back. We're able to buy masks and supplies for all these amazing healthcare workers. So thank you for watching. Remember, stay home, stay safe, and see you soon.
Hello, girl. How are you?
Hi, honey.
Good to see you.
Oh, babe, I'm learning how to contour with your face mask.
That's a totally new approach and best self-care. I have the third face mask on my skin I'm building up. Thank you so much for being here. This is so amazing.
Oh, I'm so happy to show up for such a good cause. You know how much I love you. I love that you're doing this, and it's important. This is the time that we're meant to show up and be here for each other. With all the first responders out there putting everyone else first, we have to do our part. So I'm super happy. I sound like a man this morning because I'm such a creative during this time. So I go to bed around 5 or 6 in the morning. So I was like, okay, let's do it. Let me put my mask on. Let's go.
Yeah, thank you for getting up. Amazing. So what's your best anti-inflammatory moment at the moment? How do you relax yourself, and how do you cope with the situation? You can't travel right now, and I know you're one of the most traveling people I know, and always on a plane and performing.
Well, I'm wearing this because I'm trying to work out. I love food so much, Barbara, as you know. So I'm just like, I'm either eating or I'm like doing squats or doing laundry and cleaning or something. So I'm hella productive. I'm doing a lot of quarantine cleaning, a lot of organizing, stuff that's like, I think when you work out, it's really good because it helps your mental state. And then while I'm working out, I watch like TED Talks or I watch church online, things that inspire me. I've been doing a lot of songwriting right now. I've written a couple songs during this time for this time, for the people. So I'm excited for you to hear the new stuff.
That's amazing. I can't wait to hear them.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to, I think this is a time for people to, there's, no more distractions, to kind of recenter, realign, refocus, to get back on track. So that's what I'm doing.
Great. Do you have like a special message for everyone you wanna let everybody know? Because I love to have like all these inspirational people like you today as a guest who can really transport like a nice message we all can learn from and maybe get inspired ourselves.
Well, first of all, I was watching before, getting super inspired and like hella educated with all the people before and the scientists and the planning and everything. And I was like, gosh, what could I do? And I was like, I just want to sing something that just came on my heart. And so This is just to inspire. You are such a light in my life and so many people's lives. And this is just to inspire other people out there to continue to shine their light, because everyone is here for great purpose and we're all in this together. And everybody probably knows this song. Do you know this song, This Little Light of Mine, I'm Gonna Let It Shine?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
love it.
So I'll just do it just for fun from my heart to y'all.
Do it.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, whoo, I'm gonna let it shine. With a face mask. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Y'all keep shining out there. And
thank you so much. You're the best.
I want to also share, the other day I shared on my social media. So I was like, what can I say? And I wrote it down because I can't always remember it. I wrote down powerful P's that have been helping me. Okay. You want to hear them real fast?
Yes.
Well, this mask is like, it really absorbs into the skin. I'm also learning, like I said, how to contour with the face mask on and make it look cute. Powerful P's, try to stay positive. It's hard. Try to have patience and pray through this time, because we are all here for great purpose, and try to find peace in the stillness during this time and focus on your dreams and your passions right now. This is your time that you can do that deep inside, realign, try to be productive. Okay. All those to-do lists, check them off. Try to have perspective in all of this, because there is a bigger plan and picture in all of this, and we will persevere in this together. So there it is.
Thank you so much. No better words to end this. I love you so much. You're such an inspiration to all of us, and I can't wait to see you.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you. I miss you so much, and God bless you, and God bless everyone out there. Stay strong in your mind, your heart, your body, and your spirits, and we're in this together.
Thank you, my love.
Okay, bye.
Bye. So, some more sounds from our friend Susie, who is really amazing. She's doing healing with sound baths, and anyone who has experienced a sound bath before, it's the most powerful thing. And she's doing a sound bath for us. It's very anti-inflammatory, and please enjoy.
Hi guys! My name is Susie. I'm the founder of The Copper Vessel, and welcome to the Sturm Maskathon. I'm so excited to be here with you today. Thank you so much for joining, for tuning in, and most of all, for generously giving whatever you can to the First Responders First and the World Health Organization's COVID-19 relief initiatives. We get to put these masks on today so that we can help the people who really need masks to have them during this time of need. These past few months, it's been an invitation to pause and slow down and heal and ask ourselves as a planet, what is it that really matters? And what comes through for me is community, recognizing that we are all in this together and doing our part to help each other out on this healing journey. And one of the things that's been helping me the most on my healing journey, and that I've loved sharing during this time, is sound healing. And I thought I would take a moment today to share some healing sounds with you. So allow your eyes to gently close and take a deep breath in. And sigh it out. Take another deep inhale and let it go. And allow your eyes to gently open. Thank you again for being here. Thank you for giving whatever you can. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and know that I am sending you so much love.
Hi, Johnny. Hi.
Hello,
How are
lovely.
you? You're the
I'm great.
best.
How are you
You're the
doing?
best
You all
for
right?
doing this. I love you so much. I can't believe you're doing this. You're a hero.
Oh no. I mean, hey, listen. I make a living making an ass out of myself. That's what I do. So I'm used to this kind of thing. But I know I'm so glad you invited me. I'm so glad to be here. It's, you're my guru.
Oh, I love you so much. Thank you so much for doing this and singing a song. And this song is Working Class Hero. It's a John Lennon song. And I'm already a big fan of the song. And it's amazing that you support all the heroes on the front line with showing up here today. I mean, you're a legend. Mwah.
But it's quite a lineup you put together. I'm really honored to be a part of it. I mean, and I of course do anything in the world for you.
You're the best. I can't wait. You're doing so many amazing thoughts and wishes to everyone out there right now. Also through your social, it's amazing, and everybody is so happy to be a little part of your thoughts and philosophy, which is so wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I chose the song that I never played before or sang before, so we'll see how it goes. Should I give it a shot?
Yes.
All right, Angel. Yeah, this is for you and that little peepers and that family. And, well, I didn't write it. I can pretend I did. Come gather around wherever you go. Look at the water. You'll be drowned. Tired of me was saying, you better stop swimming on your street like stone. Time, baby, out of come right around the place. From the side of your pen. Keep your eyes wide, chance for on the street to the sun. The way slipping sand. There's no telling who's losing now. Baby, we're for the time. Way out of time. Come stars, please recall. Don't stand in the doorway, don't block up the hall. For the end is good, this song. Right on the outside of the daydream. Well, soon shake your windows and down your walls. Time, going out of time. mothers and fathers throughout the land. Don't keep sad, can't understand your single daughter. I'll be all man. Roll is rapidly aging. Please get out the new one if you can lend your hand for the time. Fade out a train. Line is drawn. Curtains cast. So one now. Later be fast as the now. Will be fast. The order is rapidly fading. And the first one now will never be the last time. Fade out a
Great.
You're amazing, and you're such an amazing friend, and we miss you so much. And I hope we all get together soon again. And sending you so much love, Johnny. You're such a champion for doing this today. Mwah.
It's a pleasure, Angel. Thank you for having me. And I love you. I love you guys. And all stay well and stay safe and be good and all that fun stuff.
Bye, my love.
Bye, love you.
Love you. So, this was our mask-a-thon. I'm so happy it all worked perfectly. Team Sturm, your masters. This was incredible. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all can take something home today and practice your breathing and get on an idea you had and do something for yourself and for others. We're super, super happy you all joined today, and let's all have the best wishes for the future. It will all work out. It always does. And we are here, Team Sturm, and my family are always here. If you guys want to connect with us, we always have an ear, and we're sending you so much love. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Bye.